Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So for this tutorial I'll be making use of this white piece of fabric for the upper side of the style, and I'll be cutting the front and the back bodies separately. And so the first thing I'm going to do is to mark out the rough edge of the fabric. And I don't know if you guys can see the markings, but if you can't see, please pay attention, you will get what I am doing. I'm sorry that you can't really see it. So the next thing I'm going to mark is to mark the length of the upper one. Okay, for the length of it I am marking at 9 inches for the length of the upper body, and I added 1 inch allowance for joining. And I'm going to go ahead and mark a straight line for that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to work on to mark my bust point, and for my bust point I am marking at 7 inches. So my bust point is 7 inches and the length of the upper body is 9 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark half of my shoulder measurement. That's my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then I'm going to mark a straight line to meet my chest line that I just marked at 7 inches. Once I am done with that, I will go ahead and mark my neckline, and for this I am marking 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and I want it to have a curve, a round neck. So I'm going to go ahead and make a curve there to give it a round neck. Once I am done with that, I am going to go ahead and take my shoulder slope. I am marking at 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and I'll connect it to my neckline. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark quarter of my bust measurement. That's my bust measurement divided by 4, and I will make a point there. And I am adding 1.5 inches for my allowance, for my stitching allowance. Then I'm going to go ahead and create my armhole. Once I am done with that, I'm going to extend the line to meet the length of our upper body. So I just extended the line straight, and that's basically all for the front body. If you haven't subscribed up to this moment, please take 1 minute to hit on the subscribe button, join the growing family, and don't forget to share my videos to family and friends, and then give me a thumbs up. So the next thing I'm going to do is to transfer this to another fabric so that we can cut out our back bodies. And as you can see, I have 1 inch allowance for our zipper, and then for the back neckline I am going down by 1 inch, and then I'll connect it to the neck width. And also for the back bodies, I am going down from the length, the length of my front body stopped, I will go down by 1.5 inches. So the back bodies is longer by 1.5 inches, and I'll mark the line straight. We are going to make some adjustments as we go on with the video on these back bodies, but for now we are just going to go ahead and mark this straight. Once I am done with that, I'll trace out the other fabric. Sorry for the distraction from my baby, and I'll trace out the other part of it, and I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is it after I am done cutting it out. This is the back bodies. I'm just marking out to make sure I know the front and the back, and then this is our front bodies. So the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the shoulder. I'm stitching the shoulder by 1/2 inch, the two shoulders by half inch. So we are going to go ahead and cut out our the remaining part of the gown. And for this, when you look at the style, you see that is flare. Sorry, that is flare. So I'm going to cut two of it. That's for the front and the back. So for this, for the front side, I'm folding in a triangular form, and I'm going to go ahead and make a rough estimate of where my waist measurement is going to start, my bust measurement, sorry, divided by 4. So for this front one, we are marking the front body is divided by 2. So once I get it, I'll mark the line straight and then measure it to know where, to be sure that I have my measurements complete. So once I measure it and I discover that it's up to what I want, I'm going to go ahead and measure the length of this. And for the remaining length, I'm marking as 21 inches, and that's include my stitching allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 21 inches all around. You can see the way I am moving my tape as I am marking it. So the same way, that's the same way you're going to move your tape while you mark. Once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So this is it. I'm going to use that to cut out another one. As you can see, I added 1 inch allowance for my zipper, and I'll cut every other side the same. Now also go ahead to cut open my zipper allowance. So this is our bodice. I am done with the shoulder, so we are going to go ahead and pipe the neckline, and I decided to use the Ankara fabric to pipe this to give it a little beautification. So the first thing I'm going to do is to stitch this all around, and I am stitching at the wrong side first, then I'll turn it to the right side, fold in for the first one, and then fold it again to stitch it down. So this is it. I did it for the neckline and then for the armhole as well. So this is it. Once I am done with this, I'm just pinning this down to keep it in place so that we can adjust the 1.5 inches we added for the back. So once I am done arranging this, I'm going to go ahead and trace this to, you can see the way I slanted it to meet to the back. That's the same way you're going to do yours. I don't know how to explain this, but that's the easiest explanation I can give. Just slant it so that the two seam sides can match each other. The reason for doing this is, if you don't do it by the time you are done stitching this, if you've done this, sewed this kind of fabric before, you find out that the back will be like as if that is hanging at your back. But when you extend it, by the time you are done stitching it down, you find out that it's relaxed. So once I am done with adjusting the back, we are going to go ahead and attach the flare to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to pin the two seam side of this flare to the bodice. So I'll pin the two seam side, and then I'll go ahead and stitch it from one end to the other. By the time you are stitching it, just like my own, I have a little allowance, a little excess on it, so I'll just plait it to the front bodice, and I'll repeat the same process for the back. Once I am done with the back, I'll do the same thing for the other back, and this is it after I was done with the two sides. The next thing I'm going to do is to arrange the fabric well and then stitch at my seam side with my allowance, and I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. So this is it after I was done stitching it down. We are going to go ahead and arrange it so that we can cut out the excess. Remember, we extended the back bodice, which is going to affect the flare to it will be longer. So I'm just arranging it so that we can trim off that length to make it equal. So you can see what I was trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this excess from the flare, back bodice of the flare. And this is it. Once I am done, it's now equal. The next thing I'm going to do is to hold on to hem the fabric. So once I am done hemming this, you can see it's coming together and we're almost done with the style. And once I am done hemming it, I'm going to go ahead and close up the zipper allowance and then attach my zipper. And that's basically all for this style. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you do, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, take 1 minute to hit on the subscribe button, join the growing family, and don't forget to share my videos to family and friends. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.